Hello, welcome to Art Online with Chrysalis. My name is Jenny McConnell. You'll need your art journal. I'm using an 8x8 wood canvas that I got from Delta Art. You'll need your sponges, acrylic paint, some pretty napkins that I got from HomeSense, some glue or gel medium, and butterfly cutouts. So I got these napkins at HomeSense. They're absolutely beautiful and they're not costly at all. And I'm just going to cut out the parts that I want to keep or use for this mixed media piece. Make sure that you peel off both layers of white paper because we want to get down to just one layer to the pretty pattern layer. Then you won't run into trouble with it lifting accidentally off your canvas or your art journal paper. So it's really hard to get that final piece off, but you need to get that off so that you're just down to that one piece. Then I'm going to mix my blues together. I'm mixing dark blue with that aqua blue and some white together. I like to put down a base color down first. So I'm mixing these up and I'm going to spread it all over my canvas. You can do this on your art journal. Make sure you put your wax paper underneath your page in your art journal. I do lots of mixed media in my art journal, and basically what I'm doing here is taking my art journal ideas and putting it onto a wood panel. I prefer wood panel over canvas because it's sturdier, it doesn't bounce around, and it's easy for sticking things onto. Remembering to do the sides of my panel dark blue, and I'm now sponging on some light yellow. This creates depth. So when you do light and dark, it creates a lot of depth and interest. So I've got my aqua blue behind, and then I'm coming in as dry sponging my light yellow on top to add highlights, tone and depth. Dry sponging is making sure there's not too much paint on my sponge and patting all around. It also creates a very ethereal look, this kind of smoky sponging. You can use a heat gun or a hair dryer to also dry it fast. I've also found a different napkin that I want to use, and I already peeled off those two white sheets. So now I'm putting a lot of glue underneath before I put the napkin on. I'm placing the napkin very delicately. You have to try and get this right. It's very hard to lift it back off because it's so delicate. And when you paint on top, go from the center to the outside, very gently, not pressing too hard. We have to go from the center up to the outer parts, not the other way around, otherwise you can scrunch up your napkin. So doing the other one, fast forwarding. And then I'm blow drying. Once it's dry, I can use some more of my light yellow paint to sponge around. I don't want to see the joins, so I'm sponging around the edges, but I want to be careful not to cover up pictures that I want to also show through, so I will come back and wipe some of that yellow paint off that butterfly in a minute. I'm just sponging where all the joins are so that we can't see the joins. I also want to see that bird, so I'm just wiping some of that paint away. Well, once the glue is dry, those napkins are pretty strong now, so you can use your finger or a little bit of water on a paper towel to wipe away paint. So that's why it's really important to seal down your napkins and put a lot of gel medium on top. Or you could use Mod Podge. Household glue is okay as well. It's very sticky household glue, so be very careful when you're painting on household glue. I'm using a doily that I found a whole packet at the dollar store, and I'm using the holes in the doily to create a stencil look. This is another really affordable way of doing stenciling, using household items or very cost-effective items as well. Anything with holes in it could be used as a stencil. So this is just showing you an effective way of using doilies. So I have a butterfly hole punch that I bought from Michael's, but that's pretty expensive. So you can also draw your butterflies and cut them out, or you could also go to your computer and find some butterflies online and print them out and cut them out as well and stick them down. Also at the dollar store I found these wood butterflies. They come in a pack of lots of different shaped wooden pieces. And I painted it pink, but as you can see my butterflies still a bit wet. The pink was still a bit wet, so I'm just wiping off that. And I'm looking at my words these words you can buy at Michael's, but I photocopy them, so I will never run out of them. But I also want to enlarge the words too, to make it more obvious so I can see it more easily. And I chose the word journey this time because butterflies represent to me transformation and a journey that we can be on. Once it's dry, I'm using my Sharpie, black Sharpie, to go around the word so it stands out. Around the word journey. I also will go over the butterflies and, well, this bird, because it is a napkin, it's not easy to see. In fact, what I normally like to do is paint white underneath napkins so that the napkin pictures really stand out. I didn't think about doing it this time, but that's something to think about for next time, is to paint white underneath your napkins. Then your napkins will really stand out. It looks beautiful. So my bird is a bit dull, unfortunately, this time, but everything else looks pretty clear and easy to see, especially when you go over it with a black marker pen. So here's a final look at my mixed media called Journey. What was covered today was pasting down paper napkins, sponging paint, pasting down butterfly cutouts. I hope you enjoyed this art tutorial and you'll come back and see us again soon. Bye for now.